Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. And this is where we talk all things real estate systems, strategy, and sanity. Today we're talking about something a lot of agents struggle with: setting boundaries with clients and doing it in a way that doesn't hurt your business. Now, this isn't about being rigid, it's about giving yourself room to breathe, stay grounded, and stay in control of your schedule. Because the truth is, I don't even remember exactly when I started getting serious about boundaries. It kind of just evolved as I grew into the business. But I can tell you that my phone goes on Do Not Disturb in the evenings, and I do my best to stick by that. Of course, if there's like an offer deadline or there's some type of like pressing issue that I need to work on, I'll work on it, or I'll work like a little later in the evening. But most days I try to stop working around 6:30. At that time, I'm starting to like move my body or like go for a walk. And then I typically start dinner around 7:15 in the evening. Now, I personally outline all of this during my buyer and seller consultations. I let people know my general business hours and that while I may respond outside of those hours, it likely won't be immediate. It's a soft boundary, but it does help frame expectations. And honestly, most of my clients respect that. I typically don't often work with people who cross those lines, and that just works for me because I'm really big on attracting ideal clients. And ideal clients usually aren't the ones texting me at midnight or expecting a showing in the next hour. So if a client doesn't respect your boundaries, my advice is don't be afraid to let them go. If someone is draining your time and energy, you could be using that same time to support 2 to 3 aligned clients who actually value your process. And that's something I've just come to believe. Now, here's how I communicate boundaries clearly. During my consultations, I say something like, my job is to guide you, protect your best interests, and get you the best outcome. In return, I ask for open communication and respect for my process and time, just like I'll give to you. Like I said before, I also share the general hours, how to contact me, and what to expect with response time. I also don't apologize for having a schedule. I also don't feel guilty if I don't reply right away, because I know internally that being well rested and present is what allows me to do my job well. I use tools like Calendly to streamline scheduling, email templates to cut down on repeat questions, and onboarding emails that help explain what working with me actually looks like. My CRM helps me manage communication and follow-up, and my virtual assistant helps filter messages and handle client questions. All of that supports the boundaries that I've put in place. And I'll be completely honest, none of this came together overnight, but little by little, I've built systems around my energy, not just around my clients' needs. Because boundaries aren't just about saying no, they're about saying yes to a business that actually works for you. And if you're a newer agent or if you're just feeling overwhelmed, you have to remember that you don't have to change everything at once. Start by protecting your time. Even if it's just carving out one night a week where you don't check your phone, you can also start by drafting a simple email template that sets expectations up front. Start by putting your hours in your bio or in your onboarding message. Start where you are, but you have to start. Now, if you want help building those systems, I've got some resources for you linked below. You'll find my virtual assistant hiring guide, my Etsy templates for agent, and info about working with me one-on-one if you're ready to create a business that runs smoother and supports your life. Hit subscribe if this resonated and drop a comment below if boundaries are something that you're working on right now. I'd love to hear how you're protecting your peace. That's all I have for today's video. I appreciate you taking the time to watch, and I will see you on the next one.